Hi, everybody, and welcome to my cover chatcast. My name is Tracee Dunblazier, and I'm the membership chair for the Coalition of Visionary Resources. We are the trade organization for the mind, body, spirit industry. And so welcome today. I'm very excited about my guest today. She is a really phenomenal human. After decades of working and living according to traditional societal rules, get a job, get a pension, climb the corporate ladder, and don't make waves, Veronica Vargas returned to her childhood passions, drawing, writing, and playing, and established Shaboo Prints. It's a boutique lifestyle brand designing positive, feel-good products. And so welcome,
Thank
Veronica
you.
Vargas. I'm so glad to see you and say hello.
I am so excited to be here, and I'm so excited to be accepted by the cover visionary beauties and to share my story with you today, just to get to know each other more. Thank you.
Absolutely. So, how long have you had this business? Like, how long ago did you do this?
It started as a hobby, probably about 5, 6 years ago. But there's magic in doing something that you loved, and because it's just started as doing something as I love without any preordained outcome. There was
Right.
a different kind of energy that immediately started this
Absolutely.
activity, which quickly evolved surprisingly into Shaboo Prints, and it's been an amazing story ever since. So about 5 years, but then I started really buckling down business wise, using business tactics. Probably more solidly about 5 years ago is when I took it to the
Okay.
next level.
That's amazing. Now, I know that you've really become an expert at doing what you love and succeeding in spite of the traditional societal expectations. That's a huge hurdle, I think, for so many people. So share a little bit of that journey. How were you able to do that mentally, spiritually, emotionally?
It's been a journey, but my journey, as fantastic as you made it sound, is very common, I think, for all of us. And it was that I started out kind of just being told to be and how to be. So I was working very hard being the good daughter and the good citizen and the good girlfriend and the good student,
Mhm.
and working really hard to do all those things really well,
Mhm.
and then going into young adulthood on the track of corporations, going up the ladder, doing everything well. And the further along that I went, I noticed the more unhappy I became. And the epiphany came one Monday morning, getting ready for work in the shower, and I had a total breakdown,
Mhm.
realizing that I hated everything about my life. Everything. Who I
I
was
hate
dating,
everything.
my job, everything. And I knew here there was something alive here that didn't like it, but I was always trying to stifle it. And
Mhm.
so in the shower, I think what happened was this epiphany, this ultimate clashing between the conformity and my heart flame.
Yeah.
And I cursed my heart flame, thinking, just shut up. I just want to just live my life, live for the weekends, get a pension, lay low, and get her done just like everyone else. I
Yeah.
didn't see I didn't see that the world supported my
Mhm.
heart.
Right.
So I started thinking I was broken inside,
Yeah.
that the things that I secretly wanted were unreasonable and irrational, which was happiness and joy and loving what I wanted to do.
Right.
So yeah.
I think that it's I think there are millions of people in this boat right now, and it's hard not to look to someone else to fix it for us. And that's what I think a lot of us are, some people are inclined to be. It's so disheartening,
Mhm.
and we don't necessarily, if we're not encapsulated in a community that supports us,
Mhm.
it creates this belief system that we need them
Mhm.
for their approval
Mhm.
to branch out in a new way.
Mhm.
And the truth is, it's exactly like, my personal spot is on the kitchen floor. That's where I have my breaking down epiphanies. I don't always like water.
Yeah.
kitchen floor. But I think that it's that epiphany that so many people are having, and they're being forced out of jobs, or their jobs are going away, or their businesses are going away. And so having that fortitude to recognize that you want to do this and can do this, and if you just take one step forward, the path will present itself to you, that's what it sounds like really happened for you in this process.
Yes, it's ironic that being who you really are takes courage. I don't know why it has to be that way, but that is how it is right now. And so,
Right.
yes, all you sometimes get, because the system is created this way, and you don't really belong in the system. Nobody does. You're unique. And so all you're going to get is a feeling or a sense, am I in the right place? And that's all you're going to have. You will have only breadcrumbs on your path. It will not be pre-paved. You cannot look down to the horizon and see where it goes. It's just not how it's done, because you are in partnership with something bigger than yourself.
Right.
And so there is that level of surrender and trust that has to happen with something other than yourself and the real you to make it work. So you have to be okay with just kind of like, where is this going? And I've done that. I've cried. Where is this going? How's this going to work? How come no one likes my stuff? And you're going on, and then you go in to your heart and say, am I right where I'm supposed to be right now? And the answer is yes. Then that's all I got.
Right.
And I just keep on keeping on. And by keep on keeping on with just being me has ironically resulted in my success. Go figure.
So I'm going to show this magnificent headshot that you have. I didn't get to use all of it in my promo, but I really wanted people to see this because it's so much fun and so filled with joy, which I think is really a part of your platform and the mission statement of the work that you do. And so talk to us about why joy is such an important part of your business model, and how the rest of us can get that way. How can we get that?
It started by not having joy for many of my years and doing what was told. So the beauty of being middle-aged is that we now have a history to look back at and say, how did that work for me? And so I stepped out, going forward, realizing if I'm going to have my business, I'm going to do it having fun. I'm going to do it doing what I like, or not at all, or I go back in the cubicle. It was either or. So it was both feet in. And I think the irony is that, especially in business, if you are joyful, if you are doing what you love to do, not only can you do it for 10, 20 years easy, but you are infusing your business, which happens to be an extension of who you really are, with a signature level of energy that can crack through a lot of the standard marketing messages, a lot of the standard tactics that don't quite work. So not only is it pleasing to you to actually have the freedom to fully express yourself publicly through your business, but the irony is that the more joy you infuse into it, the more your secret sauce becomes infused into it, and that your business not only becomes a magnet for others seeking joy and success, but it also kind of stands out from all the other crowd. Go figure. So it's a very strong business idea to play, but there's now studies coming out. There's an interesting book called Play by psychiatrist Stuart Brown, who analyzes play and joy as the highest vibration, as the purest form of love. So even putting a business aside, if you're not an entrepreneur, do you want to be happy and fulfilled? It looks like it's requiring a level of joy and play. And pure play is the kind of play that has no expected outcome, that you're just doing for play's sake, because it's essentially a physical form of automatic writing when you play. And what it is just surrendering your whole being to doing what you really want to do. If it's being a superhero, if it's dancing, if it's you're expressing truth. And when you hook into that truth, which is not with the mind, it's with the heart, you access your magic, you access your mojo, you access greater opportunity. It's all there. So play, for me, I've always believed in, has been a very powerful portal for personal and now business success.
Yeah.
But I have to admit that when I started out in my business saying, I'm just going to play, I'm going to offer products that play, I have been met with challenging responses, and especially from adults who I think need play the most, have a greater challenge with the concept of play, which I want to try to crack through. And I think that's because we've been jaded, and that little child inside us is afraid to believe that it could be like that again, because we've all been hurt.
Yeah, and I think that we have such an attachment to meaning, the meaning, the purpose of something, the value. When the value just exists because it actually exists.
Yes.
And so that's a big one.
Yes, and the interesting thing about the pandemic and modern where we're going is that it's becoming more and more about truth, which I love, and transparency. Yeah. And here's the irony, is that the value and all that and happiness and fulfillment and personal and business success seems to just kind of boomerang all right back to you. So the key to all of that is being really you. And it's interesting that we're now in a pandemic where you are having to be alone with you and have those bigger questions. Maybe there is opportunity there, right?
Yeah.
No.
I have a question. Do you have your Facebook up by chance?
Do I have my what?
Your Facebook up on your computer? Because I hear an echo on that side.
I don't.
If not, don't worry about it. Because I don't know if other people can hear it, but if they can't, that's magnificent. So, so you had spoken a little bit here about the reports that cell phone addiction and technology is partly causing identity crisis and social disconnection and depression. So talk to me about your application of technology and your products and how they're helpful.
Yes. So one thing we have to realize is, we can see in the reports in our society how technology is negatively impacting our culture, because we're seeing the increase in depression and suicide and social disconnect and all of that. And I happen to think it's because we have leaned too heavily into it, that we've become lopsided. So like with any nutritional diet, you do too much of one thing, you get lopsided. Right. So I think it's that we've gotten lopsided, but we also shouldn't expect to be rid of technology. It's here to stay. Right. So here's where we now have an opportunity to say, how can we then incorporate or use technology in such a way that will actually regain balance and help maintain our emotional, mental health balances, our health balances, and well-being. So the one thing that has always given me the most fulfillment, it has been my connection with nature. All of my products are gained from nature, even the messages that I've gotten from nature. And so I thought, well, what's the best way to do that but then to reintroduce nature and our own spiritual hearts back into technology so that it can actually leverage that. So what I started doing, I ran into an amazing software company and started working with augmented reality. And it was always my dream to take people by the hand and bring them into this world that I have experienced, that is good and loving and real, and that you are extremely the whole point.
Right.
And so I started creating, and I came across augmented reality that helps actually blur some lines of reality that I wanted to play with. And so I started taking the messages that I learned from nature, such as from trees, and the power of animals and the power of play in our images, and started bringing them to life using augmented reality to help you connect and ask bigger questions and help you connect with who you are. So I'm using technology more as a way of doing like an awakened form of self-hypnosis, where I get to take you in to these worlds so that you can feel those things that our society isn't allowing you to feel, which is love, self-value, hope, enthusiasm, creativity. Again, And so I think if we start to bring our hearts and nature into technology like I've been doing, there's a different response to it. It actually can help you expand rather than contract, which is what's been happening.
Right.
So, and I do think that is the future of technology, is to inject back into it the power of nature, which we get arrogant and forget is powerful, and our own hearts, so that we can move forward with balance going forward. Yeah, so that's kind of how I started designing a lot of our products using technology. Even though I'm not a techie, I'm a creative. You know, I'm all heart, but I see the power, that the potential it has, as with anything, if we are balanced and bring nature along with us, as well as our true hearts and true selves.
Yes. Yes,
Big.
absolutely. So I love this. And to wrap us up, you said that so first of all, I just want to tell everybody that you can go to Veronica's website. It is www.shabooprints.com. It's right here in the comments. And thank you all, everybody. Debbie, Anne Marie, Sonia, Devores and Company, everybody, some people that logged on and wanted to say hello. So thank you for saying hello to us. You said that you have some special affirmations that you like. So I'd like to end our chat, because this has been a fabulous chat, with a positive affirmation for everybody. So pick one from the bowl. What kind of magic do we have for everyone today?
So part of our fun, and you'll get that if you watch our videos, is that we have lots of positive original quotes that I have gotten from my years being in nature. So these are all bits of knowledge and truth from nature. And I've collected them all and I put them in a bowl, which I call the good message trough. And so I will hold you in my mind and my heart as I take a deep breath. And we are going to select one together using my fingers that will pull out a message that will connect with us deeply for this week ahead. And so I'm going to stir through the quotes and see where my fingers feel a little bit of warmth. And I'll pull out a message, and let's see what our message is from the spirit of Shaboo Prince. Oh, I got chills. The law of nature states that you be uniquely you. Man's law states that you be like everyone else.
Well, that's what we talked about. So we want to leave it for all of our business owners out there that are bringing the mind, body, spirit industry a lot of wisdom and good works and open hearts for people. Be yourself and don't worry about other people.
Period.
Done. Thank you so much, Veronica. It's really been a pleasure. Again, everybody, www.shaboo, which is SHABOO, Prints, PRINTS.com.
Yes.
Thank you again, and everybody have a magnificent day.